Good morning, my friends. How we doing? It is good to see you. And I brought some friends with me. And when I hold them up, I want you to say how many syllables are in their names, okay? Hulk, how many syllables? One. Captain America, how many syllables? Six. Very good. Captain America. Okay, how about this little guy? Who's this? Hawkeye. How many syllables in his name? Two. That is correct. And I have one more. How many? Nick Fury. Three, that's right. And sometimes I think it's cool to not just think about foundations when we're doing it, but to think about how the rules apply in words that we already know and we don't even think about, like our own names or characters' names. For example, the name Fury, it has R controlled in it, right? And it has that sound E at the end, but what letter is it? Like baby, it sounds like an E at the end, but it's a Y. That's right. And let's see. Captain. Does anyone know how you spell captain? It sounds like in at the end, but it's not. There's a tricky little vowel team in there. So, sometimes it's just fun to really think about words that we're writing, spelling, and speaking. Anyways, let's get back into these silly sounds that we learned this week, where they both sound like the CH digraph, right? So we have T-U-R-E, capture, chur. And we have TU, spatula, chew. Good. And at this point, I'm going to turn the rest of the warm-up over to you and your student notebook. So please go ahead and find the page that has all of the silent letters, page 4. And I want you to pretend you're the teacher and read all of those out loud with the letters, keyword, and sound like this. W-R, wrist, er. Go ahead, find your own notebook and do it, or look at mine right here. Okay, so today we are going to do a word of the day and then a dictation on paper. So when we do our word of the day, I'm going to start by drawing syllable lines. And this is a strategy I like to do in class when I don't know how to spell a word. I like to have a whiteboard or a scratch piece of paper to write it out. So when you hear this word, actually, how many syllables do you hear? E. 4. And when you don't even know how to start to attack the word, you can start with syllables. So let's go ahead and do our 4 lines for each of the syllables. And some people like to do boxes. You can do sound boxes, you can do syllable boxes, you could do it either way, whichever one you like. And let's start with the first sound. Ack, shoe, there's that TU, this guy over here. Ack, shoe, all, lee. Lee. Sounds like an E, but it's a Y. And some of you might have chosen to break it down like this. All E, actually. But technically, the lee sound is together like that. Actually. We've got a lot going on here. Let's talk about it. What do you notice? I'm going to rewrite the word down here and just scoop the syllables. Okay, what kind of things did you notice? Yeah, we've got this open syllable here that says chew. So I'll write that up above, the chew sound. What else is going on in this word? Oh yeah, this isn't just a Y because it's an LY, because what's the base word? Actual. So ly is what? A suffix. So we'll circle it. We don't even need to scoop it, actually. I was hoping someone would notice that. Actually. Okay. Anything else? Actually. Very good. This kind of sounds like This is a schwa. Remember we said when it's after the chew and it's al, it's usually a bit of a schwa sound. So let me go ahead and mark that as the schwa sound because it sounds like actually. We don't really say actually. And that is a closed syllable, and this one's closed. So that is actually everything in the word actually. Holy moly, it's a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and get out our notebooks and write that in and mark it up. So I'm sure you know, but just in case the Holly wants to know, we go to the vocabulary section in the middle and find the A. I've got the word atmosphere in mind, so I'm going to go down to the next A, and on the line I'm going to write actually. Write it and mark it up, and when you're done, we need to come up with a sentence. So pause the screen right here and get that down. All right, and what's your best sentence with actually? You could start with it, you could put it in the middle. All right, let's start with it. Actually, I prefer grapes. And you know how I came up with that sentence? I was picturing these superheroes talking. Hawkeye was like, hey, yo, Captain America, do you want to come eat some bananas with me? And Captain America was like, actually, I prefer grapes. And here's how that sentence is going to look. We kind of pause after the actually. Actually, I prefer grapes. So let's now put that sentence, or if you want to change the food, what's your favorite fruit? Actually, I prefer strawberries. Actually, I prefer pineapples. Actually, I prefer pomegranates. So if you want to switch up the fruit in your notebook, go right ahead. Pause the screen until you have your sentence completed. You're back. All right, you know what I'm going to say. Scoop the sentence to make it smooth. Actually, I prefer grapes. All right, nice job, little superheroes in training out there. You can go ahead and get some paper now because it is dictation time. Remember, your paper should look like this. We'll do some sounds, some words, and some sentences today. All right, my friends, let's start with the sounds. Number 1, all the sounds that say chew. And that's right, there's only one. Number 2, all the ways to do chur. Only one again. And let's do all the ways to do k. There's 4. Pause if you need more time. We've done chew, chur, k. And lastly, let's do all the ways to do oi. There's 2. All right, here come the answers. Check it out. TU for chew, TURE for chur, CKCKCH for k, OIOY for oi. All right, let's do 2 review words. Your first one is sequence. Have you ever played the game sequence? Sequence. I hear that qu. And when we hear a sequence at the end, hint, hint, it's not an S. Think about the other sound that says S and what letter would have to come after it to make it say that sound. Ready to see the answer? If not, pause it. Sequence. Fix it up if you need to. Okay, let's do another review word. We're going to do the word mighty. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Mighty. It. Think about that sound. It. How can you spell that? If you need to look back in your student notebook to help you, you should. There is a special sound in there. And then remember, there's a suffix ending. Not just might, but mighty. Okay, are you ready to see the answer? All right. It's IGH for the long I in mighty. And now let's jump down to do some words that have chew and chur in them. Let's start with the word agriculture. Agriculture, like farming and produce. Agriculture. Agriculture. And on this one, just like on the test, I want you to just box in the glued sound, the chur, and scoop the syllables. And it should look like this. Agriculture. And let's do another one. Repeat after me. Departure. That's when you're leaving, your departure. Departure. Box in the glued sound, scoop the syllables. Departure. Check it to find when you're ready and fix up any mistakes. And let's jump all the way down to the sentences. We'll do one sentence and that'll be it for today. Repeat after me. The trip to Portugal is an adventure of a lifetime. The trip to Portugal is an adventure of a lifetime. Pause until you finish and we'll go over it. Okay, point to each word as I read it if you're done. The trip to Portugal is an adventure of a lifetime. Okay, I want you to start by making sure you have two capital letters, the beginning of the sentence and the proper noun. We have a specific name of a place. What is it? Portugal. Yeah, it's a country. And at the end, good. All right, you should have two words with glued sounds. You should have a chew in Portugal and a chur in adventure. Make sure you have them and box them in for me. All right, if you've done that, I'm going to hold mine up and I want you to check all the spelling. The trip to Portugal is an adventure of a lifetime. Pause right here and fix up any mistakes. That's how we learn and grow. Okay, now scoop it and read it smoothly. The trip to Portugal is an adventure of a lifetime. You should not have more than 3 scoops, either 2 or 3. Okay, the last thing I want you to do is read over everything on this page smoothly. Once you've done that, you're done for today. Goodbye.